Hi. So it's day 2 of me being a fiancé. Beautiful ring. I'm so excited. I know that I'm going to kick myself and be really upset if I didn't make this video. So I wanted to document how I feel right now and just kind of remind myself where my head is. So first things first, yesterday was a whirlwind because in my mind I thought I knew what was gonna happen. I thought I knew like an engagement was coming, but then my dad had to throw me off because he didn't want me to like ruin like my genuine reaction. So he was very rude about telling me like the fact that, reminding me I guess, that I didn't have a ring. He kind of humbled me a little bit, and I think that was vital. My mom also did the same thing a little bit, but she was not as forceful or direct, so it was kind of like, it is what it is. I said okay. That's just the gist of it. I can go into it later, but basically yesterday I was just like, whatever happens happens. I'm gonna be cute regardless. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna be the Beyonce in the room, even if we're just going to eat dinner. And so, but at that moment I was like, this isn't happening. Like, just enjoy the day, enjoy your date, and get really cute. So regardless of whatever happens, you can feel good about it when you go home and take some cute pictures. So we get to the restaurant and Terrence decides to ask me to wait in the car as he goes to check the reservation. I didn't really think anything of it because, I told him my shoes might have a time limit, so we needed to make sure that I was able to stand up as least amount of time as possible. So I was like, cool. I sat in the car, took tons of photos of myself because I felt cute, and he was taking a minute, so I called. I was like, hey, and he didn't answer, but that's what I would have said, like, hey, what's the deal? And I texted him. I was like, are you good? And he was like, on my way, babe. And I was like, okay. It was a little out of the ordinary because he usually just kind of like tells me like, I got it. He comes back to get me. We walk into the restaurant, and the lady seats us. This couple behind us is like, oh my goodness, your flowers are so pretty. And I was thinking that they were table decorations. So I was like, flowers? So I looked and I was like, oh my goodness, are these for me? And he was like, so I just ate popcorn. I was like, oh, these are for me? And he was like, yeah, those are for you. Do you know what yellow roses represent? I was like, no, what do they represent? And he was like, yellow roses represent friendship. And he was like, just wanted to just continue to remind you like that we have a lot to celebrate, and just, want to continue to tell you how much I love you. Made my heart smile. And then the couple behind him asked, what are you all celebrating tonight? And he was like, oh, we're just celebrating, our accomplishments and, just having a good time. And so they were like, oh, that's great. You all look amazing. We're celebrating our anniversary. And I was like, oh, congratulations, or whatever. And so they leave, and then me and him are talking, and all of a sudden I look to my right and I see a camera. I don't see a person behind the camera, but there's a woman sitting, and then like on the side of her I saw the camera like kind of like peeping out, and I was like, it didn't make sense. So I was like, maybe I just like interrupted somebody's video. So I tried not to look over there again. Then he starts talking to me about like our friendship, and at one point I was like, are you friend zoning me? And he was like, no, babe, I'm not friend zoning you. I'm just trying to like express to you like how much I love you and how much I always like just want you to know that like I want to be your friend forever. And so I don't remember verbatim because it kind of all was a blur to me, but all I know is I saw him get down on one knee. He opened the box. I looked at the ring and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's a diamond. And so I don't even know if I said yes. I just put my hand out and he was like putting it on the right, and I was like, babe, it's this hand. So I helped him out. I did help my man out. And so after that, like I just kind of like tried to let out whatever I was feeling, but I was feeling so much at one time. I cried just a little bit, but I was just so much more like trying to soak it in, and like I was like, is this real, is it not real? Because at this point my reality is all screwed up because people have been telling me one thing and saying another, so I'm just all over the place. But we walk out, and the photographer's like, you all take a picture and all of this. So we're taking photos, and he's like, okay babe, like let's go to the rooftop, because I had ordered my food, but then he proposed, so I was like, I'm still hungry. And he was like, oh no, I got you, don't worry. So we go up to the rooftop, and as soon as we open the elevator, I see all of the people that I said I would have wanted to be there on my special day, and I just lost it. After that, I remember taking a lot of pictures, and my feet went so numb that when I took my shoes off to walk downstairs, after I put my flip-flops on, they were like itching. And I was like, this is not normal. But it was great. And right now I'm just so excited because I've always wanted to find someone who loved me for me, genuinely and authentically and passionately, and I've definitely found that person in my future husband. That sounds so crazy to say that I'm a freaking fiancé. My ring, I'm gonna have to get used to this, but I like for it to be in the center, so I might have to, I don't want to get it too tight, but I have small hands, so man, it's beautiful. Like, it's perfect for me. It's and the thought and the effort and the time and the research that went in. I mean, my man did not really know diamonds and rings and things like that, but he did the work, and he was like, I wanted you to have something, I wanted you to have like a solid diamond. I didn't want it to be compromised in any way. So I mean, he was like, I think it's just a marquee cut. I don't know the correct term, I'll find out. But I didn't really know anything either, because I didn't want to get too deep into like rings and planning and all that kind of stuff. It just kind of freaked me out because I feel like that was bad luck. So I was like, I sent him things, when I was just kind of like bored, or we had just left a wedding. We've also been to about 5, by the end of this year, I would have gone to like 6 weddings. So crazy. But yeah, we've been going to a lot of weddings. And so I was like, this is not gonna happen anytime soon. It's not. I was like, this is just not gonna happen. So I was like very confused. I don't know. I'm still all over the place. I just wanted to like get it out. I didn't want to write it all down, but I am very grateful and honored, and I feel so special that he chose me, and that we've continued to choose each other for almost 4 years, and he thinks so highly of me, even just like talking to my parents, and now I can ask questions about like how he asked for my hand in marriage, and like how the conversation that he had with my dad and my mom. And it was just so special to me to be able to like hear them say that he just felt like I was a gem, and he could not let me go, and he just wasn't gonna ask until he knew for sure that he had his ducks in a row, and that he could take care of me and provide for me and be the man for me that he knew I needed and that I wanted. And I couldn't respect him anymore, but I'm sure my love and admiration will continue to grow for him, because it does every day. He amazes me. He planned all of this by himself. Before he like brought it to my mom to really like get into the weeds, like he had the concept planned out, and she was basically like, he knew what he wanted, and I helped execute. And I think he did a fantastic job, and I think she did a fantastic job, and my dad really held it down, and he helped keep the secret, and he threw me off track after I knew exactly what I was talking about. So I just appreciate my family and his mom helped him pick the ring, and I thought that was just beautiful for them to be able to have that moment, and kind of keep that secret for themselves and then tell me. So it's overwhelming, and I find myself just kind of daydreaming. Like this morning I woke up and I was just like, is it still there? Like, I just knew that there was a dream, and that it did not happen, but it was it was such a celebration. Like, all the people I love were there, and it was exactly what I wanted and exactly what they gave me. So I'm eternally grateful for the love that is constantly shown to me and to my relationship and to my family. And it means the world to me that people came out to celebrate me and to just, it just means the world to me that people came out to celebrate with me and that they wanted to be there. And the people that couldn't be there showed up on FaceTime. One of my best friends sent a video. It was a lot. I think, my relationship is just so special to me. And it's one of those relationships where, like, the two of us know each other really very intimately, and we talk about everything, and we argue, and we make up, and we love even harder the next day, and it's just so good. It's not perfect, but I do not need perfect. I just need somebody who's willing to take this journey with me and to stick it out with me. That is what matters to me. I don't care about anything else. I just want the love to be real, and I want it to be shown. And that's what I have. I'm excited. That's all I got right now.